We'll find out, won't we? Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting. Because I've trained new recruits before, and it's not an experience I want to repeat. Yeah, well, you're here now, so we'll just have to make it work. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about... If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might... If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting. Follow me.
Yes? What? This place used to be a real dive. Things are looking up.
You said you'd be alone.
Yeah, well, things changed. Take a seat.
So you're working with Autumn, huh? Who are you? Wait, Autumn has friends.
Like hell. The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that, since part of that money is coming...
So you're investigating the first? Why? Seems like a strange thing for a mercenary company to be doing.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory. If you think this gives you some kind of leverage, you're wrong. Sure, he might slow me down for a while, but a little competition won't break me. Well, thanks for the economics lesson. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place. The good news is, I know how to find.
But you're not gonna tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
She's the owner and manager here. Inherited the place when her husband was killed. My thinking exactly. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be...
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot...
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco. Someone who volunteers to run the Red Mile. A deadly stretch of terrain just outside the cantina. It's infested with hostile creatures, and few people survive. I hope that's not false bravado, Deputy, because this is life and death. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess we'll wait here for you. Try not...
Really going to take on the mile, huh?
If you're looking to register,
Ah, a new face. I wonder. My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. Never heard of it. Never heard of it? You're in for a treat, then. The Red Mile is this brave contestants from all corners of the galaxy come here to try their luck in a deadly way. I'm happy to answer any other questions. That is true, but Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him, exactly? Quite a leap of faith that you're on. I have no particular love for Marco, but he is a business associate. So I must be. Fortunately for you, it's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile? Good. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from my patrons who have placed wagers. I'm afraid not. But I'm sure your confidence will inspire our patrons. That's what Now that we're clear on what's expected of you. Good.
Your attention, please. Valued patrons and honored guests. For one brave soul, the hour of fate. Yes! A runner has come to test the Red Mile! Now is your chance to get a good look at our fearless challenger as you contemplate your wagers. Do you see the fire in those eyes? What is that if not steely determination? I think you'll agree that we're in for quite a show! The rules are simple. Go through the door and take the elevator down to where the mile begins. Activate the beacon at the base of the tower you'll see in the distance. Once you've done so, return here alive, and your run will be complete.
Nice.
Go now,
We're getting
runner,
paid to put down
and
any
see
vomit
if you
that
can
tries to start
survive
something
the
here.
battle!
Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where In fact, you seem none the worse for wear. Indeed you have. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our
You mean consequences like how you and your bloody
Howdy.
warriors are driving all the business out of Red Man? Thanks to you.
You made it.
To fulfill my...
You're back. Are you...
You'd rather go back to
Really?
the days when this place
Either the Red Mile's reputation is exaggerated, or you're just that good. Anyway, I'm relieved you made it through.
Why? Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them. I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need... Also, I owe you an apology. I was...
next time you get drunk, try picking a fight with someone who isn't carrying a firearm. I can only hold my
You're right. Let's focus. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the Rock and let the Marshal know. Come home safe, Deputy.
You always were the soft one, little sister.
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
It's the only thing keeping me from kicking your ass.
Spare me. I've seen you run. Not back.
Time for me to keep my promise, runner? You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not... He's intelligent. Well, you'll find out soon enough what... Only that someone wanted a meeting. Don't expect to catch him unprepared. He keeps a sizable force of mercenaries. Good. Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again?
Don't see a lot of people come out of the mine.
Landing site is clear. Let's head down.
You the runner? Bus is in the back.
This music is gonna...
Welcome. May's message didn't exactly make it clear why you... If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and... Ah. You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a look. Given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but a calculated one. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a... Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed. And you're on my ship. I'm a businessman. I won't tell you everything. I do. However, I can't do that. They lost. How about I sweeten the deal? Accept my... I have a better idea. The Council of Governors is a group of greedy and corrupt liars who are using you and the other. Do you really think they give a damn? Whatever road brought you here, your job...
Saw your ship come in.
Hey, deputy.
New deputy.
I'm proud to be helping the 3-star Rangers. Better this than being some dust wrangler on Montara Luna.
Hey there, Deputy. Way I hear it, you've been keeping busy. How do you like the job so far? That's good to hear. So, what brings you by? Well, well, this is new. I'll see what I can do. If you can get me another one of these, it'll give me more context for the encryption. In the meantime, you be careful out there, Deputy.
If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels or the cantina.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge.
Ma'am, I'm just the courier.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you for anything.
Yeah? Got some trouble? Oh, now hold on a minute. Yeah, the marshal's been sending out reports, keeping... Yep, I'm pretty... Ben Armistead, pleased to meet. Well, I guess that's the long and short of it. You're the newest. So, is one of them first mercenaries here?
Thank you, Dr. Salvato. You made
Well, every ranger knows it's no better place in the settled systems to get medical treatment. You can bet it beats anything them UC piglets got. I know just the man who can help you. Right this. Just between you and me, I ain't entirely sure why someone felt the need to station a ranger out here. I'm not much more than a glorified bodyguard for Dr. Darvish. She's the one in charge around here. And she's also on the Council of Governors. Most of the staff don't seem fond of the idea of me being here, and I ain't fond of them right back. Bunch of stuffy eggheads, if you ask me. Except Ari, that is. He's about the only one I can have a conversation with.
People joke. Say those Baroon zealots worship a snake. Let me tell you.
Excuse me, Nurse Armstead. I'm looking for
some kind of that
Hey there, Ari.
They call it the Great Serpent.
Hardly working.
Is it real?
Shuffling some things around that have been
Hey,
misplaced.
Chief.
So it should
A little
be
more
on
of the former than the
right
latter.
where you need it.
What brings you by? Oh, that's great.
Well, the
Thank you.
deputy
I really
here
do
could use some
appreciate
help. Came looking for
Don't you
someone
worry.
who might
I'm
be
looking
a
out for
patient.
you.
See what I can do.
Take a moment.
Well, I'll leave you in
Collect
Mr.
yourself.
Miller's capable hands.
Get back to it.
You need anything
You're doing
else? I'll
fine.
be in my office. Yeah, Ari's a good kid.
I'll try to help you, but our computer systems have been having... Huh. Well, we don't give the patients free access to our computer system. Still, it's worth keeping in mind. So who's the suspect you're after?
This year has really flown by.
The first couple of years of
Former soldier, huh?
getting
Yeah,
used
they
to
say war changes people forever.
in and of itself.
Makes me sad. The name's not ringing any bells, but do you know what was wrong with her? That should help narrow things down. I can access the patient records from my terminal.
Something to report?
Holding up all right, dear?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Rebecca. Really, you don't need to worry. I've got it here.
Of course, dear.
It feels like I've been waiting.
I hate this delivery run. Can't ever get here fast enough.
Okay, give me just a minute here.
Are you here for a procedure?
Maya Cruz. Maya Cruz. Come on, Maya. I need you to be in here. Okay, finally. Here we go. Oh.
Abby.
No matches
Oh,
found for a Maya
everything
Cruz.
okay?
Everything's good. I appreciate you checking, but really, it's okay. I've been here a whole year now.
1 year behind you, a whole career to go. You're doing just great.
If Maya's here, then she's got to be using an alias. Which actually makes a lot of sense if she's a... Yeah. Let me think for a second. All right, hang on. I know that we do have a few female There's Candace... What's her last name? And then there's the Nakamori woman. I think her name's Jane. I don't... You're welcome to use the ranger station.
If my shift goes long again, my girl is gonna kill me.
Just 1 week without something weird.
Holding up all right, dear?
Whatever you do, don't let anyone in here sneeze on you.
Need to make sure those samples get disposed of. Hi, how you doing?
need to make sure those files are backed up.
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
Heard your ship, Doc. If you are who I think you are, then you're here to bring me in. I had to warn you. I've had more than enough time to prepare for this. So either kill me now, or I'll be burying what's left of you.
I am engaging you. Catastrophic damage.
What are you waiting for? Finish it. You might not think so now, but it's likely to end up that way. How about I make this? I've got maybe a few weeks to live, and I ain't spending them behind. You want to put an end to me here and now? Then fine. But if you want to let me die on my own terms... well, how about a test? Rangers are known to be handy with a gun. I've encrypted this slate. If you can... now get out of here.
late one night, and you go-cops tried to arrest me. Just making my way.
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. She's probably right. Hey there, Deputy. Good, good. If you ask me, I don't... You're like an ostrich. So... Oh, come to... You go start.
Come in, Deputy. Take a seat.
Grab a chair.
While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. Unfortunately, some didn't survive. Not really, no. Right now, our best hope to stop them is... Yeah, well... How's your investigation proceeding? That's assuming he finds something useful. Otherwise, you'll be no better off than...
Let's move on. I asked the other Rangers to share their opinions of you, and there are some things. We'll start with Ranger Callow, and she was grateful for your timely arrival, and impressed you had the guts to take on. Nia says you were respectful with Ron Hope and didn't push too hard. That shows me you were listening when I said to go easy on him. I can understand. He can be uncompromising.
Excuse me. Let's continue. We got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Nia. He said you took on a syndicate loan shark to help an informant. And you were right to do so. Helping people is our most important duty, even when you're...
You got results, and that's what matters most. Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the initiative.
Ranger McMillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication. She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with... Is that so? Well, I hope that's not just false bravado. There's nothing wrong with feeling fear. More often than not.
So what happened with Marco? I doubt he gave you that slate out of the kind... I suppose underestimating you, damn. What about Maya Cruz? Her loyalty to Hull and the... I guess I'd want the same thing if...
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex. We're in a meeting here.
I know, but this is important. I've done it. I've cracked the encryption on the slates. Now, I don't know exactly where the First are headquartered, but there are references to a place called the Factory.
The Factory? That was our nickname for them.
Under the terms of the peace treaty, they shut all the mech factories down right after the war.
But they didn't destroy them. At least not all. Then you'd better go... The factory was on Arcturus 2. Make sure...
one night, and you will concentrate. Might be hard work, but it sure beats living.
Hey there, Deputy. Good, good. If you ask me, you're like an ostrich. So. Oh, come to. You go start.
Come in, Deputy. Take a seat.
Sit down.
While you've been in the field, unfortunately. Yeah, well, how's your investigation? That's assuming he found. Otherwise, you'll be.
Let's move on. I asked the other. We'll start with. She was great. Nia says you. That shows me. Duty has to come. I'm glad you went.
Be safe out there. Let's continue. We've got a. He said you took. And you were right. Helping people.
You got result. Price was impressed by it.
Ranger McMillan prayed. She said you took on. Sounds like you're.
So what happened? I doubt he gave you that. I suppose under. Damn. What about my. I guess I'd want this.
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex.
I know, but this is. I've done it. Now, I don't know exactly.
The factory.
Under the terms of.
But they didn't. The facility was on. It could be it.
Those first guys should have spent more time on their encryption.
some work done?
It's just an idea. I know the company has
Got anything you need to offload? We're asking everyone to take care of it. Looks to me like you've already... Sure, have at it.
up and running again.
Landing gear. Set. Astern. Set. Inside. Clear.
Marshal Blake must be getting desperate sending a lone deputy out here. But I'll give credit where it's due. You're a hell of a pilot. If you came here seeking justice, it's waiting for you inside. I'm a man of action. I've got no use for lies. So when I tell you that you're being manipulated, you know I'm telling the truth.
about anything but themselves. They're greedy and corrupt. You're a tool in the hands of the unworthy, just like I once was. I was loyal. I followed orders, and I led good men and women to their deaths. I'll carry the stain of that dishonor to my grave.
Bring it on!
First Cavalry was the greatest fighting force the Freestar Collective has ever seen. At the Battle of Nira, the First Cavalry was destroyed. Why? Because the generals got scared and asked for a truce. I've got no sympathy for the Cavalry, or for the people who put them in power. I've also got no sympathy.
You just took on some of the... You fought because you had. More importantly, I know. You don't know what it's like to look around. I watched brave men. I saw mech pilots cook. Those deaths didn't have to be meaning. You really want to know? Because you might not like the answer. Last chance, Deputy. You can walk away right now. But if you still want the truth... Not long after I started the first, I was contacted by a man who said he represented someone wealthy and influential. I refused to work for a shadow client, so he... Imagine my surprise. He offered me a lucrative contract to take possession of certain farms throughout Freestar space. To keep the Rangers off the Sen. Hope wanted to hit a lot of places quickly and finish whatever he was doing before words. We needed another ship to meet his timetable. So he gave us the intel necessary to steal one from his factory. It also let him play the victim and keep us... All I know is that after we cleared the place out, Hope was sending in some kind of machinery. Our job was to make sure nobody saw the operation. The credits were good, but yet... You think I've lost? Is that it? You go find Ron Hope. Then you can deal out whatever just... You do your job, and I get... I'm gonna make this easy for you, Deputy. I'm gonna die the way I lived. Weapon in hand. But first, here, take this. Use it to cut out the weakness rotting at the heart of the Freestar when the next war comes. And now my unit's waiting for me. And goodbye.
Hey, what can I do for you? Anything I can help you with? You were able to land...
Ron hopes the best thing that happened.
My company only uses hope fixtures. Never know.
Very
won't pretend it was easy, but...
Good to see you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship. I trust you're here with... And what's that supposed... The disgraced war hero. Two-faced... Oh, I suppose. This is his revenge again. I'm impressed, Dick.
What's going on? What
Nothing that concerns you, Birgit. In fact, why don't you...
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
Just hear me out. The truth is, we've been falling behind the competition. Significantly so. We needed... A few years ago, I began to diversify. We developed an experimental fertilizer. I was prepared to write the whole thing off. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering. Mining is expensive, and my mineral-enriching fertilizer. The farmers provide free manual labor, and once the land is ready, I never intended for anyone to be hurt. I told them, unfortunately, farmers...
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit! I can take your job, and more. In any case, I give you my word that I'll call off the operation and return the land to its... You're right, yeah. Those families deserve... with that resolved, as a member of the Council of Governors, and of course, we'll both agree to forget about my little... Well, let's not be too hasty, Deputy. I'll do what's necessary. If you tell anyone about it, do you really want to put a... I have to admit, you've made your position clear, Deputy. I'll make mine. I won't let you jeopardize mine. If that means you suffer, and I'm important.
You're not actually threatening to attack a Freestar Ranger?
Such a shame to see a promising
He tried... I don't understand. Mr. Hope always seemed like such... But everything he said about the farmers and... It was so awful. No, you're wrong. He always looked out for us, for his... I know what I just heard and saw, but no. And now he's... Nobody should ever, especially when it means killing someone. Maybe. Someone I think she could lead us. I guess.
Your ship's not half bad.
Well, hey there.
My brother-in-law just got back from...
Good to see you back safe, Deputy.
Place looked amazing, but...
What's the word on the mech?
One more vacation photo? I'm gonna clean his clock.
Well, don't get too used to killing. Did you find out why the first was taking over? What? Ron Hope?
Are you really that surprised? Hope's always had a reputation as a man who'd do anything to succeed.
He's on the damn council, Emma.
So he can make laws favorable to his business interests. Sure, he's known to look after his people, but do you really think he gives a damn about some farmers on Montara Luna?
Did Hope explain his motives at all? That has a familiar...
I recall hearing about some Hope Tech. At the time, I just figured it was a PR stunt.
Please, tell me you've got some evidence. All right, let's see. Yeah, this is pretty damning. Especially... And you confronted Hope about this? Damn. This is going to send shockwave. If the people can't trust their leaders...
Have a little faith, Daniel. We're not the United...
Easy for you to say. You...
Not yet, but you ain't gonna live forever, old man.
While we've got you here, there's one last... Emma, would you please?
With pleasure, Marshal. When you first joined us, I told you that you'd undergo an evaluation process. There's one thing left to do. A simple question. Do you feel ready to wear the badge of a full-fledged Freestar Ranger? Good. Dude, Marshal, I approve the deputy.
Thank you, Ranger Wilcock. In your time serving as a deputy, you've shown exceptional courage. By the authority granted to me by... Here's your badge. Wear it with pride. I know you will. Let's hear it for our new Ranger.
Well done.
Cool!
What's up, Ranger?
Congratulations. The promotion's well earned.
Be careful if you run into those eclectic jerks. Fly around like they don't
some work done? Got anything you need to... Hey, what can I do for you? Sure, how about it? Looks to me like you were...
Watch it. Ships coming and going all the time.